They're still in the safety of the coop. And they're not too hard to round up. I say that. We'll see as they get bigger. But all is well. Been working on the old goat pen. Seemed like it's never going to be finished, but I did get the crib done today. And we're 98% done on this fencing. Left a few little old pieces to finish it up. Maybe we'll have them critters. Well, there we are, skipping around on me. Saying knock down the turkey patch down that way. I'd let it grow, but the grass will be high enough by the time the turkeys are ready to hit it, I'm sure. I've been blessed to definitely have some good growing weather and working weather over the weekend. Here comes the boss. Sissy's ready to get on night patrol. A lot of folks ask me about those peas we poked back in the ground after all that rain. And I did it twice, actually. Y'all saw the video of the second set of rows that I did, but I'm seeing green everywhere, thank goodness, and it's not weeds this time, at least not on these rows. And the ones we poked back in, well, they're doing what they're supposed to do, coming right on up. So we're considering ourselves blessed. Sissy did her part with these paw prints. But again, I'm not complaining. She's taking care of business and keeping the critters out of the garden, or I wouldn't have anything to look at. I did a little test on this corn. I remember all this, well, it's coming up now, but the older patches up top where the chickens didn't get here a few weeks ago. Of course, as would know it, weeds are going to get in that corn, and usually if I weed it once about now, it'll hold. And I did a couple of rows, still got this one to do. But I thought I'd try, I did some hand weeding, and I got a little smarter, and I got a hoe, but still have to be a little delicate around these plants. And having to stoop over anyway, I went down to, found one that'd been on this place and probably hoed many a row of peas. It didn't have a handle on it, but boy, getting down on the ground with it, it made quick work of it. I thought about hearing the stories how Mama could work that hoe like a scalpel and just precision put it where she wanted to put it on those pea rows. I hadn't quite got that good at the end of the handle, but if it's right there in my in my hand, I can handle it. Hey, sweetheart, how are you? She in there looking at the turkeys a little bit earlier, didn't faze her a bit. Just seen a different bird on this old place. Well, a lot of folks starting to kind of ease out of this quarantine situation. Hoping things get back to normal sooner than later. Of course, still need to be cautious. But hope all of y'all are doing well. Things are good here. Not a whole lot to report tonight. Just waiting on the crops to get a little bit bigger. Mentioned last night that we'd come on and visit a minute, so that's what we're doing, right? Sunset's pretty as usual here on this old place. But getting everybody settled in for the night. We got some good watermelon plants to plant sometime this week up there in the high pasture, but we'll be good. Oh, I wanted to show you all this. Friend brought this by last fall. Some of y'all probably will recognize that. Some of you won't. Let me get a little better angle. That is sugar cane. How about that? It kind of surprised me. I buried the stalks like I was supposed to do, but I didn't really have much faith in them coming up, but boy, they are. And this is a pickle garden. No, it's not cucumbers, it's dill. So hopefully I'll have a good stand of dill. That was what I was missing last year when I was trying to make some of them pickles. Didn't want to have to buy it, but I did. Maybe this year I won't have to buy it. This little critter here. Look at that little chicken. Most of these chickens stick in a flock. And on most places, that one had to be worried about getting eaten by some type of predator. But he's pretty much a loner. I see him all over the place all by himself, just hanging out. But Sissy's usually not too far away. You better get in there. It's getting dark. Guess that's where he's headed, huh? Tell you, these things will teach you some lessons. for sure. They keep me in awe most of the time. Well, we'll wrap this one up pretty quick this evening. Got a few things to wrap up before dark. Let me see who all's on and where everybody's checking in from, and we'll call it an evening. I think we got right at 41 eggs today. I noticed a few new layers, little pullet eggs, so I guess the increase is coming. Still got 4 broody hens in there sitting on eggs. Had another one hatched today. Went in there and saw that little head poke out, so that one's captured and in the brooder, and they're all doing fine. That old hen house is just not a place for a little baby, so I guess poor old mama's confused, but it's for the best, and she'll see that little old bitty soon enough, I guess, right? Sometimes we got to intervene a little bit. All right, let's see who all's on this evening, and we'll call it a night. There's Dennis from Illinois. How are you? Melinda's checking in from Oregon. Oh, you did catch me live. That's not always, doesn't happen all the time, but good to have you here. Mr. Roy, doing better after the rain. Yep, it is. It got after it. And that hay bale gardening, I've talked about it a few times, but for those of y'all live in town, it might be an option. Maybe you don't have a tiller, but maybe go down to the local feed store and get you a few bales of hay. And you do a little inoculation trick. If you're interested and can't find it, of course you can Google it. It's easy enough. But all I did was just put some high nitrogen fertilizer one day and water it in on the bale, and next day just water, and next day fertilizer. Did that for about 10 days, alternating, then let it rest for a few days. And I went ahead and ran a little soaker hose out here to it to keep the moisture in it. But as you can see, it's doing very well. You don't have to worry about weeds at all. I think my buddy Kerry's watching. If he is, sir, that says garden salsa. So I guess that makes salsa, or in what you would say, that's a dancing pepper. That's an old inside joke, the ongoing argument between he and I. And, everybody pokes at him, not just he and I, but he argues that salsa is a dance and not a dip, but it's hot sauce. Anyway, you need some of these to go with that. But yeah, I'm kind of impressed with this little hay bale deal. It might get a little costly to do a big old pasture full of it, but sure would work for a homeowner with not a whole lot of land. As you can see, look at this hay. I mean, you're just pushing it, it's just really, really, you see the mushrooms coming up in it. But don't have to worry about weeding it, that's for sure. Main challenge is keeping moisture in it. But looks like it's gonna make a pretty good stand. They say you can put squash, watermelons, things like that, even in the side. You can plant it into the side there. So I may try some of that just to see how it works. That way the vines run on the ground with the fruit or the vegetable that it's growing. But that was kind of neat. But it's doing well. Looks like I'll have tomatoes out of that before I will the main garden. Isn't that something? Oh well. All right, well, I got interrupted on roll call. Let me go back through here. My good friends, the Boulwares down Woden Road, they helped me get rid of that old stump that had been laying here for years. Here a while back, it's finally gone. And there's a motorcycle that Bo used to hate. He's not chasing them anymore, though. Not around here. There's AC checking in. Brian and Deb saying howdy. Ohio's in the house with Nancy. Sandra saying howdy. My good buddy from Northern California. Did have a blessed Sunday, Mike. Thanks for checking in. Miss Charlotte saying howdy. There's Teresa. Dorothy. Yep, everything's well over here. Got through the weather. Of course, praying for our neighbors down in Alaska. That's a bad deal right here close to home. A lot of damage and some lives lost. Hate to see that. BJ's in Ogden, Iowa. Raised a small amount of chickens and eggs. Yeah, well, that's a good thing. Hey, Mason, how are you, buddy? Good to see you checking in from beautiful Central Texas. Y'all get to see the sunset a little bit longer than we do amongst these pine trees. Both of them are equally as beautiful. Let's see who else is on here. Andrew saying howdy from Interlachen, Florida. Doris is in Lott. Todd's in Central Oklahoma. Let's see. Cedar Park, Texas in the house. Conroe, howdy. Hey Pam, that's my good friend that gave me the sugar cane. It came up. I guess you see it if you hadn't. You can go back and watch it. It's sprouted. I got about 5-6 stalks out there. Pretty proud of it. It's cool. By the way, I got plenty of eggs if you want to come by and get some. They're getting it done for sure. Let's see. There's Kathy. Pickle garden. Fredericksburg, Virginia. That's all right. Francis is in Mississippi, Mineral Wells with Miss Donna Boatman. Miss Kathy's in Arkansas. Katie's in Huckabee, Texas. Boy, we're all over this evening. That's good. Well, howdy back to you and the wife, Mr. Mason. You need to get up this way for too long. Be good to see that old guitar on the porch. You know, I was looking, everybody's got the Facebook memories, whether you like them or not, and I believe it was today in 2018 that we saw the last sunset in Waco as residents and headed this way to Nacogdoches, Texas. Boy, what 2 years has brought. Big changes. Couldn't walk across this place then. It was a jungle for sure. All those are on YouTube. When I first started just kind of blogging for the family to show them the progress, I looked, there's a lot of videos out there. Didn't set out to do this many of them, but it's been a good journey, and I'm proud to have all of y'all along for the ride. There's Allen, Texas. Miss Aggie saying howdy. My good friend Glenn down Liberty, Dayton area. It's been a long time since we've seen each other, brother. We'll have to fix that soon. Donnie's in Illinois. Miss Charlotte down Trinity Way saying howdy. Angela saying hi. Up from the Guadalupe River. All right. That's cool. Pam Suberday is checking in. Howdy doody to you, ma'am. And Deborah saying howdy. All right, y'all. Well, that's a wrap for this evening. I guess we'll be seeing high corn stalks. It don't take long for them to get as tall as I am. That ain't saying much, but we'll see that soon, I hope. But y'all have a good evening and make this whole week count. I probably do a little reflection episode. I've asked a couple special guests to stop by. Some that's got some pretty good memories in this old place. And we'll see how that works out toward the weekend. But looking forward to hearing some stories and things that I didn't even know about this old place. And I know there's a ton of them. But I guess I'll get that old holeless handle cranked up again for that last row of corn. Sometimes it just works better close to the hand, doesn't it? Y'all have a good evening. Be the light. We'll talk to you later.